Welcome Sagittarius to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 30th of October for the Sun or the Ascendant. Now Jupiter, your glorious ruler, went face to face in a possibly provocative way with Mars last Friday. They're still in touch in the first half of this week. It's possible the more expanding energies of Jupiter can provoke the potential for frustration which Mars has in the 12th house, particularly around old injustices. It could be that you're pushed to ventilate a tender subject, but it actually could be really good to get something off your chest. But when it comes to your professional situation, charm can take you a long way, because whether it's in your local community or at work, the way people perceive you at the moment, with Venus's help, can be very positive, and Venus is forging a very beneficial link to the planet of change but also disruption, Uranus, across the first half of this week too. So your ability to cultivate relationships with people could see a surprise opportunity come up. Someone may really like you and want to help you. There could be a link to an old colleague or an old organisation or skill set which you adapt in a fresh way with Uranus's help to apply to the fast changing world we live in. But also, as the week goes on, Venus goes face to face with Neptune. This is a very delicate influence. It's possible that in a family dimension, something can come to pass which really does give you some uplift. There could be a connection or discussion, some sensitivity or warmth or soulfulness shared between you and someone you're really close to, that really lifts your heart. Also Saturn, which has been retracing its steps in your 4th house, which is to do with where you live, how you live there, your emotional world. Since the middle of June, that goes direct this week. That takes some pressure off of Phil. Saturn's still going to be in the 4th house for the foreseeable future, but the retrograde has been amplifying. It's more limiting. Sounds a bit paradoxical, but it's more limiting energies have been more to the fore. Now you can think about Saturn in terms of how you can make it work for you. So that can be reforming where you live, moving to somewhere that feels more stable or secure, or building your family relationships up, perhaps by an addition to the family unit, if that's what you would like, or perhaps you using your life skills to guide and help someone who's younger than you. Now, as the week draws to a close, your sister fire sign Leo hosts a very bright quarter moon. And this is a potentially tricky quarter moon, to be honest, because when you get 9th and 12th house energy together, you get the sensitivity of the 12th house, which includes the raw emotion of Mars, and that is amplified by the 9th house, which is very much in keeping with your sign. And of course the moon in the 9th house is kind of a truth seeker. So something could come into the open that maybe ordinarily you turn the other cheek to, but could just get under your skin a little bit. So just be aware of that, because obviously with the Sun, Mercury and Mars all in the 12th house still, you're still dealing with the intensity of the lunar eclipse last week, which is still, really radiating out upon us all. So finding that balance between the more spiritual, emotional and psychological dimension of your life and the practical sphere is the challenge. So you could feel more sensitive at times this week, but I still feel that if you can interact with people, the way you come across can be very impressive, and it could sway someone in quite a big way about how they link to you or what they see are potential opportunities for you and they to work together. Now, I'd just like to remind you, if you've yet to order your year 2024 forecast transit report, transits is where the planets in the sky interact with your natal positions. That creates an influence that's totally unique for each person. If you'd like to order it, you'll get the rest of this year free, plus 30% off. and get your life roadmap, your character analysis report, which will give you a much more intimate understanding of the patterns that have played out in your life so far and learn how to work with them more successfully future forwards. Please see the link below for more.